I'm not panicking. I'm looking at this last one and I'm just like thinking to myself, like, did I really use all 16? Did I have to? I didn't have to. Hi team, it's Lucas again, Chinese guy making Thanksgiving, a very British Thanksgiving in New York City. In the first episode, we made turkey, stuffing, and gravy. Now is the time to do a little bit of dessert and do a little bit of the sides. Green bean casserole, cranberry sauce, and pistachio pudding. Just like last time, I want to incorporate as many of the British ingredients that Twisted sent me as I can. For the second set of recipes, these are the ingredients that we're going to be working with.
Mushy peas! Love this. Do you guys eat this? Seriously? On a regular basis?
My favorite Thanksgiving side is green bean casserole. When the mushy peas hit my apartment, already dented and ready to go, I couldn't help but see the phonetic relationship between peas and beans. That is to say, my least favorite ingredient in the box with my favorite side dish. I'm putting a lot on the line here. Thanksgiving gets serious when the chopsticks come out. So for my green bean casserole, I like to give it a little bit of a sauteed mushroom base. Okay, butter is in the pan, and then I'm gonna get these herbs excited. That's the thyme dancing. Once all of this is melted and heated up, shiitake is gonna go in. Okay, that'll be the umami savory base of this dish. Here is the risk. I'm going to try to make this bread sauce. I have no basis from which to draw how this bread sauce is going to behave today. That photo here of the mashed potato looking chunky thing looks like white sauce. Bechamel is a white sauce. Bread sauce looks like a white sauce. Hopefully that's what's gonna happen. Mix the Coleman sauce with milk in a pan and bring to a boil. So that's what I'm gonna do. Because I feel like I'm not using this bread sauce correctly. Maybe it'll split in the oven. Maybe it just won't taste right. But milk, butter, spices shouldn't be that big of a problem, right? As I'm melting this butter, I'm gonna add in some smashed cloves of garlic and a couple of bay leaves. Over high heat, I'm gonna watch as my mushrooms continue to stir fry. But this is actually how you make Thanksgiving. You have to have some degree of micromanaging in your head, and you have to be doing 400,000 things at the same time. So this is 50-50 milk and cream. Should I taste it? That's so good, it's like garlic powder. I just put one of the bread sauce packets in. I really expected the bread sauce to thicken my bechamel and my sauce here. That doesn't seem to have happened at all. Do British people have different pints? We got one pack left, so we're gonna give this one a try. Last thing to do, we're going to blanch some haricot vert. It's gonna go in salted water for 30 seconds to a minute, and that's just to start the cooking process. Lock in that beautiful green color. Out of the hot boiling water into the cold blanching ice water. I love how juicy and sweet and plump they are, and this is the best way to lock that in. I am looking at the bread sauce. I'm not panicking. Gonna give it a touch of local New York milk. Oh, you know what else we should do here? We should do a little bit of Parmesan. I'm gonna give it a decent amount and a little bit of cheesiness in here. This is certainly sacrilegious, I bet. Certainly probably the type of thing you're not supposed to be doing, but here we are. So I'm gonna put about a third of it down here. Half the beans, cover it with a little bit more sauce. All food looks like cafeteria food at some point. Mushrooms. The folks over in Michigan might eat this and be like, huh, this white cream of mushroom sauce is suspiciously chewy. Yeah, that's actually what I would say too. I'm gonna add a little bit more liquid. I'm just gonna bring this to a boil because it is getting a little bready, a little doughy, so to speak. So while we wait for me to fix a third of the sauce, of the bread sauce, I'm going to tackle our inner demons, tackle the mushy peas, see where that takes us. Come on. So not to jump to the star of the show, but I feel like all green bean casseroles have always begged to be combined with a delicious puree of dented mushy peas. Hopefully there's nothing growing inside and it's gonna be delicious. It probably will be delicious. I really hope that it's gonna be delicious. There you go. Good stuff. Mostly flavorless. This does need to be doctored up a little bit. Let's just finish this, get this out of the way. Green bean casserole. The rest of the sauce is nice and runny. All right, we're going to season it up a little bit. Finish it with just a touch over the top of parm and the secret, fried onions. This is gonna go inside of the oven. I'm gonna say 350 degrees, let's say 20 minutes or so. Hopefully the top will get a little bit brown. Hopefully the flavor will come together. And that's the casserole. Here are the mushy peas, which I remind myself are delicious. I don't think I'm gonna get very far with this, so I'm gonna focus on the flavor, and I'm gonna put this at the bottom so that the casserole looks nice. A couple of dollops of ricotta, a little bit of sweetness. I'm gonna start with sugar. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in here to give it that brightness, and mint jelly. I love this stuff. Oh my goodness. Dude, this is the best. Okay, just a little bit of sweetness. This is a savory dish after all. Bring it all together. Crowd goes wild. A little bit of salt. Bring out those flavors. Doesn't look as nice as I wanted it to, but it should taste fine. A little weird. Just a little weird. Just a little weird. Also, not to preview the rest of the episode a little bit too far in advance, it looks suspiciously like pistachio pudding. So let's make sure not to confuse the two. Fingers crossed. Good stuff. This is cranberry sauce. Did an accent just creep in there? This is cranberry. Stop this. While the casserole is in the oven, we're going to put together a really simple cranberry sauce. My preferred cranberry sauce is the one straight out of the can, and you sort of like shake it out and it like looks like a log. But we're going to fold in some other of the British ingredients in here that are also sweet jam-like. To start off, I do need to taste the mango chutney. Make sure it's not crazy. Oh, that is so delicious. Wow, what a good texture. In order to doctor this up, I'm gonna throw in some other fruits, half an orange, a couple ribbons of mint, the entire can of cranberry sauce, sorry. That's a sign of quality. After that, the zest is gonna go in. This is a zest of 1 orange, 1 lemon, and 1 lime. The ginger puree, the jelly, the mint sauce, the mango chutney. I love this stuff. It's gonna give it a nice savory edge as well. And then we're gonna just mix it all up. Could I cook this? Yes, I could. Do I want to cook it? Not really. It's a bit like a fruit salad. Old school nostalgic fruit salad. Good, just a hit of salt. It is a little on the sweet side, so I'm gonna give it a little bit more fresh acidity with the lemon juice. And then let this sit. That's that, delicious. Cranberry sauce. Did you know that they said Cool Whip eat like ice cream? That is disgusting. That's so gross. If the Twisted team can bring history and shelf-stable products, so can I. This is one of my favorite desserts, and it's sort of a vestige of the gelatin craze of the 60s and the 70s. When we figured that we could stabilize things with gelatin, everything became Jell-O. It was a weird textural time for the United States of America. First and foremost, here are the Rich Tea crackers, biscuits. I'm just gonna open them and taste them quick. These are a little bit snappier. They're good, no sweet, delicious. Good. One of the most important things about Thanksgiving, obviously, is pie. I am a terrible baker. I'm not a pastry chef. I'm not very good at it. One of the great home baking inventions is using crumbled up crackers, and those mashed up are a really great graham cracker crust. So this is gonna be a part of some sort of like pie crust type of situation, I believe. I need about 1.5 cups, so I think that's about right. This is gonna go into this bag, and we're gonna crush it up. So here are the graham crackers, a little bit of melted butter here, a little bit of sugar, bring it all together, make it into crumble. Butter, sugar, wheat. What more could you possibly want? That's that. Component 1 complete. Second component of the dessert is the Jaffa cakes. Jaffa cakes are delicious tea time snack. I think chocolate and orange marmalade, or orange in the middle. These are delicious. I mean, look at these. I think they're gonna be a decent topping on top of the dessert. So, I'm gonna come down. I think I'm gonna try to make it look like Jaffa cake still. Like you want to see that cross section, that jam in the middle. I'm gonna keep that on the side. And then finally, crushed pineapple and juice and the instant jello pistachio pudding. Watergate salad. Why is it called Watergate salad? Nobody knows. Was it named after the Watergate scandal that took Richard Nixon out of office? Yes, it was. Why? Nobody knows. What does it have to do with anything? Nothing. Some historians, especially sweet dessert historians, seem to think that it was just a joke. I'm gonna mix this now. Watch it turn bright green, just like the mushy peas. Doesn't that look exactly like the mushy peas? Jesus. Oh my goodness. This is why I love the West. The US and the UK have more in common than one might think, honestly. The second last component is going to be the Cool Whip. The Cool Whip is it's really important that your Cool Whip is thawed thoroughly, otherwise you don't have the airiness that you want it to have. So that's combined, and in goes the Cool Whip. There we are. Pistachio pudding. Isn't this funky and so odd? I love this. So this is the fluffy, airy pistachio pudding. You can let this sit in the fridge for a little while if you want to get a little bit more firm. But we're also going to combine a little bit of rice pudding in here because that is the task of the day.
Condensed milk? No. Oh, rice pudding. Good stuff. Rice pudding. This should be fine, right? When we get to the kitchen, I know I'm acting a little nonchalant here, but we're gonna do a lot of reading the side of the cans for cooking directions.
Beautiful, good. A little bit of texture, won't be the worst thing in the world for the fluff. So what I'm gonna do is this beautiful salty crumb on the bottom, a little bit of rice. This might be a disaster, we'll try it. This is what they wanted to happen. A little bit of pistachio fluff. Oh my God, I'm making a fool of myself, am I not? Okay, that's not the worst thing in the world at all. It is sort of a alien green color. And the Jaffa cakes over the top, we're going to pick one piece of mint and put it in the middle, like the useless garnish that it always is used for. Okay, that's pistachio Watergate salad with a little bit of the change up of the rice pudding and the crumble on the bottom and Jaffa cakes. Good stuff. As expected, I used all 16 ingredients with very little failure. Unfortunately, I've already screwed up. Oh, they're already ground. For those of you who do know the British ingredients, I'm very sorry for everything that I've done, but this is what happens when you cook from your palate out the gate with as little preparation as possible. I don't know, man. I'm looking at this last one, and I'm just like thinking to myself, like, did I really use all 16? Did I have to? I didn't have to. So, this is the whole Thanksgiving meal. All 16 of Twisted's ingredients are used, for better or for worse, which makes me a winner, I believe. First and foremost is the bread sauce green bean casserole with pea mush on the bottom. And the bread sauce did end up behaving the way I wanted it to behave, which is a little thicker than you might expect otherwise. Here goes. A little sweet. The mushroom is great. The green beans are great. Fried onions are great. The Parmesan is great. Everything that's not bread sauce and mushy peas make this dish a perfect dish. Where the heck else would I put the mushy peas? Maybe in this other green thing? Cranberry sauce. This I really do think I had the least trouble with. Fine. Perfectly fine. Delicious. And my favorite dessert, 1970s classic pistachio fluff, aka Watergate salad. It's good. It's good. Good, good, good. I'm decently happy with myself. It's up to Twisted to decide whether I won, whether I did well enough. That looks like regular Thanksgiving, doesn't it? Everything together, like all the mush. This is how Thanksgiving usually works. Big bite. I overestimated the girth of my mouth. That's not how that word works. This is awesome. And it just tastes like one put together entree. I mean, I just love that. The only thing we're missing here is the friends and the family and the people trying to eat as much as they can. Here is
It's okay?
Matt, resident Thanksgiving expert. You're gonna eat all of the things and you're gonna try to build the perfect bite.
Okay.
Maybe you will have more girth in your mouth. How's it?
Yeah. The stuffing's crunchy. It takes away from
Not bad, bro.
It takes away from the mushiness.
Yeah,
It's really good. I mean, it's delicious.
that's B minus, right? At least, at the very least.
A B minus?
Yeah, at least, right?
Yeah.
Thank you for enduring this with me. I've been Lucasin. Is that a thing people say over there? Happy Thanksgiving. Seriously, happy Thanksgiving. May your peas never be as mushy as they are today. That's a wrap, right? Enough of this. Back to Chinese food, please.